Hi, today we're going to be changing the screen on a Toshiba Satellite C6555 model S5501. First thing you need to do is make sure you power off and you remove the battery. Next thing, we're going to be removing the trim. The trim has 4 screws securing it with these little covers, these little sticking covers, which you want to be careful taking them off. You can use a thin screwdriver or an X-Acto knife, and you want to save them so you can put it back onto the trim after you've done to keep the laptop looking good. Now there's 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You remove these screws, small Phillips. It's good to have a slightly magnetized Phillips head to aid in removing and replacing these screws. After you remove these screws, you need to pry off slightly, gently, the trim. It's connected on in a couple of places. It comes off fairly easy. Removing it from the hinges. Also, it hooks around the hinge. So now what we've done is we've exposed this here, and we have 2 more screws that's going to release this back cover from the hinge and give us the ability to get the screws out from the side and the other side to remove the screen. And we have 2 Phillips on the bottom. Now that releases the rear cover, as you see. Now with this here laptop screen, this is a 40 pin connector, LED. And we have to remove this very, very carefully. It's covered by a little bit of tape. And then we slide it down to remove it. After that, we have 3 screws here and 3 on the opposite side, which we will now remove to take the laptop screen off the hinge assembly. These are different size screws, so you want to keep them separate from the others. Make it a little easier, I'm going to leave the top screws in until I'm done with the other side. Support it so you don't bend the frame of the hinges. There you have it. The screen is out. Reassembly is in the opposite fashion. You're going to just remove the stickum here so you can get access to the screw holes. You want to be careful. Just remove the whole safety sheet. and reassemble is in the reverse order, as I said. Magnetic screwdriver definitely comes in handy. You don't have to tighten the screws down yet. Just get them started. Before you do that, you need to before you put the rear cover on, you need to reconnect the connector just by sliding it in just as it came out. Be sure it's seated properly. And then reattach your front trim. So now, as you can see, after we've put the trim back on, secured the screws, we made sure before the trim went on to ensure that all the wires that go around the screen are in place so you don't pinch them. And as you notice, the screw covers have been put back on. It's just to give the trim a nice finished appearance. And that's all there was to it. And as you can see, the screen's working just fine.